Well, Scott, 2020 really has been a year like no other. How do you best sum up the performance of Greater Bank for the year ending 30 June?
Look, from a personal perspective, very satisfying. We've pretty much had every possible challenge thrown at the organisation this year, and I'm incredibly proud in terms of how the organisation has stood up and responded to those challenges. The way that we've been able to step forward and particularly support our customers and our communities through the challenges that have existed over the course of the last 12 months, whilst in parallel continue to progress our transformation journey that we're on, which is really setting up the bank for the broader future.
What are the key takeouts from last year's financial results that really underline the strength and security of Greater Bank?
The key takeouts from the financial results is that in spite of all of those challenges that have been thrust our way and the support that we've been able to offer to our communities through that period, we've been able to maintain at an underlying level a fairly consistent level of performance across the business, which I think is an outstanding result in the challenging circumstances.
The headline profit this year, 23.11 million, it was down on last year's result, but the underlying profit result around 35 million was in line with 2019. Tell us the difference between those two results and what it means for the performance of the bank.
Yeah, the difference between the headline and the underlying largely reflects our investments that are ongoing at the moment in the business to support our transformation journey. At the moment, there's some very large investments that are being undertaken in our people, our processes and our technology, which are really setting the bank up for its future state.
The last three annual reports will refer to the investment in digital transformation. Tell us a little bit about what digital transformation it is and what it's going to mean to our customers down the track.
Yeah, look, fundamentally digital transformation is a large program of change which is all about delivering the people, processes and systems to ensure that Greater Bank remains flexible and adaptable into the future.
A lot of work's happened in that digital transformation space, as I said, in the last 3 years. Is that going to be ongoing for the next couple now?
Look, we've probably got another 18 to 24 months worth of journey ahead of us from a transformation perspective to get to what we'd call the first major milestone for us in terms of digital transformation, at which point we'll migrate effectively to a new banking platform. But in reality, transformation in organisations these days basically will continue forever. Organisations are now in a situation whereby the world is ever increasingly moving and changing at a very rapid pace, and organisations need to be in a position to move with those changes more responsively and more flexibly. And what we're very focused on doing is making sure that the Greater Bank of the future is one that is able to adapt and change more flexibly to those changes as and when they occur. Because in doing so, we're in a much better position to support our customers who are also going through those changes.
So when Greater Bank moves across to this new banking platform, what will customers see at that point?
As much as we possibly can, we'll be preparing our customers for any significant changes that occur as part of that transition. But effectively what we are in a position to do is, from the point of migration, is to add and deliver and extend on some of those experiences at a much more rapid pace than what we currently are able to do. And that's probably the main game for us here, is not so much about massively shift the experience on day one, but be in a position to have capabilities to shift that experience in support of our customers' expectations very rapidly thereafter.
The financial year ended when we're in the grips of a global pandemic. What sort of impact will COVID-19 have on, I suppose, the next financial year, the one that we're in at the moment? And do you see that impact lasting much further beyond that?
Oh, look, that's the multi-million-dollar question in terms of, how well will our economy recover? At the moment, we're optimistic that, the steps that have been taken by the government and by governments around the world are doing as much as they possibly can to enable the economy to recover robustly and hopefully fairly quickly. And we can hopefully get back to a more business as normal stance as quickly as possible.
Many Greater Bank customers have experienced financial challenges like never before over the last 12 months. What support has Greater Bank provided these customers, and why was it important for a bank to stand by their customers in this time?
Greater Bank has offered support in a number of different areas, both financial and non-financial. So we've offered things such as interest rate cuts in particular products, particularly where it was at most need. Things like our commercial products, we announced reductions in. We reduced our credit card interest rate to 0% over a 6-month period, again to support our customers with their more pressing repayment requirements. And then we provided a lot of support around repayment terms through that intervening period by allowing loan holidays and flexible arrangements for our customers through that particularly difficult period, as well as just ongoing support to be there with whatever challenges or issues our customers have had through that period.
The Big Four banks have been reporting quite a number of customers still receiving that home loan support and home loan holidays. How are things for Greater Bank customers who have received that support?
Most of our customers have now reverted back to normal terms. We still have a small number of customers that are seeking that support on an ongoing basis, and we continue to support those customers, but it's been quite pleasing to see how quickly our customers have been able to get back on their feet and return to effectively normal conditions.
The support of the community has been a cornerstone of Greater Bank's existence over the 75 years that the bank's been operating. That certainly hasn't changed despite the crisis this year.
No, absolutely not. And again, that's probably been one of the most satisfying aspects of the job over the last 12 months is the single-minded focus that we've had within Greater Bank over that period in terms of making sure that we are in as strong a position as possible to support our customers and our communities through the challenges that they've experienced through that period. And it's one of the benefits of being such a large and financially strong organisation that's very much focused on its communities.
How has financial year 2021 started, and what do you see the biggest challenges for the bank throughout this year?
Financial year 2021 is to be honest, started pretty much the same as financial year 2020 ended. So there are still certainly challenges in the broader marketplace, and there's still a lot to be answered, I guess, in terms of where the economy ultimately lands at this particular point in time. But Greater Bank is really well positioned and in a very strong position to respond to whatever the world basically throws at us over that period.
How will Greater Bank continue to support its customers through this year and beyond?
We'll continue to provide the ongoing support that's already in place for our customers to assist them through any difficulties they have as we come out of this COVID journey. And we'll continue to invest in our business and invest in our people and our processes and our systems to make sure that Greater Bank remains future ready for the challenges that lay ahead.